What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So first of all, today's video is going to be which Atkins is for me. Okay, so as you may know, a lot of you may be new here. So if you are, please first of all, like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Second of all, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. If you're selling stuff, selling magic pills or anything like that, I'm just going to say for the 50th, 1000th time, it's probably not the group for you. Okay, if you're looking for results and a cool support system full of amazing members that are super knowledgeable and super inspiring and super helpful, then it's probably going to be the right spot for you. Now, that being said, you're maybe new on your journey, whether it's Atkins induction phase, you've heard of randomly Atkins 100, or you're thinking about dabbling in keto or whatever, okay? I'm going to be completely honest. I did not know anything about Atkins when I started on it. I went originally from 350 pounds down to 193. I then injured myself, and it's probably an excuse. In all honesty, maybe I let the injury lag on too long and I just kept saying that. So then I got into bodybuilding and building back some muscle and stuff like that. I got a little bit carried away with that. I think I have, some food problems and stuff, and, you tend to let all these excuses creep in and stuff. So I got a hold of that, and I've been running again. I'm training for a half marathon. I finally completed my 10K. That's actually my pat on the back because that was 3 years waiting. Hashtag redemption. I'm running about 20 miles a week right now, and beyond that, I started off a few weeks ago. Actually, like 45 days ago at 245. I'm now at by tomorrow I'll be weighing in probably about 208, 207. So it's pretty fast, and most of that was done through induction phase and running. But to be honest, I think the majority of it is my food. I tend not to really drop much weight no matter how much cardio I do. It has more to do with what I'm consuming. So whether it was through calorie deficit or it was through, and I'm pretty sure I'm not really focusing on a calorie deficit at all. I have not counted my calories once, in all honesty. And I know I require about 2200 for my BMR. So if I had to guess, I'm probably about 1800. Could be a little bit higher than that on some days. Some days I go a little higher and eat some protein and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm probably in a deficit. And I will say I'm further in a deficit, obviously, through exercise. But I'm not like a crazy fast runner, so I don't necessarily think like I'm burning tons and tons of calories when I run. I'm a pretty slow runner. On the occasions where I haul and go fast, maybe it's a little bit different then. But for the most part, no. So the way that I would best describe it. Now, if you go to like the Atkins website or you ask different people and stuff like that, everybody's going to give you a different option, different ideas. People will say Atkins is bad, Atkins is horrible, or people will say keto's a joke, blah blah blah. The end of the day is really does add up to how many calories are you eating, what are you expending and stuff, and what works best for you. Because my thing is Atkins induction. I like Atkins induction. I actually am on Atkins 40 right now, and I like that because I get a little bit of sweets. As far as like, I get a Atkins protein shake right now, meaning like not the regular shakes. I'm currently using like the powder, and I'm making like a lemon shake, which I don't actually like lemon, but it's really good, believe it or not. And you can go check out my video on that. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below. I just made that the other day. And then I get like a single strawberry, and then like some oatmeal and stuff like that. So it's like normaler. You know what I mean? It's a nice little break from induction. But how I would explain it is if you have 10 pounds to lose, you could probably get away with going on Now, obviously, it depends on the speed that in which you're trying to do this. But then again, remember, it all depends on your body as well. Um, Say you want to lose 10 pounds and you're like, I want to lose it within the next 3 months. You could probably just clean up your diet and do like Atkins 100. Atkins 100 is just like 100 grams of carbs. The average person is going to eat between 2 to 400 grams of carbs a day, and then that just gets, stored as fat and stuff like that. So just cleaning up your diet will pretty much do that pretty easily, maybe even within the first couple weeks. It just depends on how much your body responds. 10 pounds is not a huge thing to lose. If you have 100 pounds to lose, I actually did have 100 pounds to lose, um, or close to 100 pounds to lose. I started Atkins at like 280 and then got down to 193, so, or like 274 or something like that. So it was like 80 pounds over the course of like 9 months that I lost. And I documented that whole process. I wasn't at my heaviest, but I was probably pushing 300, and you can watch some of my videos, and it's pretty relevant compared to now. But um, I would do Atkins induction phase for as long as you can get away with it. Obviously, the website will say, and I'm not a doctor, this is always something that you need to talk to your doctor about, especially if you're like diabetic. Doesn't matter if it's type 1, type 2, insulin dependent or not. If you have high blood pressure, thyroid issues, anything like that, you need to talk to your doctors about this. Yeah, YouTube's great and it's helpful, but at the end of the day, there's nothing more important than making sure you are doing what's best for you. And your physician is going to know more about you. He's going to know your blood work. He's going to know your ailments, your everything. Okay, your blood pressure, everything. That's really important. But I stayed in Atkins induction phase, and I felt fine for like 9 months. Steadily dropped weight pretty much every week. I don't even think I had a single hiccup, to be honest. I don't think I ever, and I'm a big sweets person, and Atkins induction phase worked for me. I think where I screwed up maybe originally was, well, I can tell you exactly what screwed me up, but I'm not going to talk about that situation. An individual that I met. But I eventually went to trying to do Atkins phase 2 or Atkins 40 and had some issues or whatever. And then it kind of just fell into, I did find my carbohydrate threshold, 268 grams of carbs per day. Now, say you have 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds to lose. I'd go to Atkins 40. Now, these are not clear, or I'm sorry, say you have 20 pounds to lose. I just totally brain farted. 20 pounds to lose. I would go to Atkins 40 because you're not really too far away and you can lose it slow enough to where it's sustainable and you can kind of understand the process. Now, my theory under switching from phase to phase, if you got a lot of weight to lose, I would, and there's more to this, whatever, you're going to have to manipulate, you're going to have to shock your body, you're going to have to do all kinds of different things over the time. And if you're looking for a personal trainer or nutritional guidance or anything like that, obviously I'm not a nutritionist by any means, but I know how to manipulate these things, and I do have meal plans that I offer. And also personal training online or in person. So it's kind of an all-around thing. I don't really like doing one without the other, but I will. It's up to you. But the important thing that you understand is I think you need to go from phase to phase very slowly. Say you're on Atkins induction phase, and in my mind, what works best is once you get it within about 10 pounds of your goal weight, you're going to go ahead and go to Atkins 40 because you can kind of slow down the weight loss and everything like that and hone it. Know that it will be a slower process usually. And if you're super susceptible to like weight gain and stuff like that, I would probably just add in little by little. Like say for instance, I don't know what you're following as far as food, But say you're going to incorporate, like, I don't know, some peanut butter or whatever it is, nuts, um, whatever you're incorporating, maybe just do one food at a time and kind of see how your body responds to it. And then the course over, a month, you've added them all back in and found out what foods make you gain weight and stuff like that. Keep an eye on the scale and everything like that. And then if you want to go further than Atkins 40, if you feel like you need more variation or anything like that, go ahead and keep cruising. And I would add like 5 carbs in per week, like meaning like if you had your meal plan or whatever, I would say go from 40 to 45, like add something small in. Obviously, you're going to have to tweak your meal plan and kind of turn things around or whatever and add in things and sub out things or whatever. But you're going to get good at it because you're going to go slow. And that really is what it takes, I think, is the most important part, is understanding how your body's going to respond to these things and really what works best for you and what's most sustainable for you, because what works for me may not work for you. I'm a person, I like systematic approach. Unless it's like a cheat day, because cheat day I'll just eat pretty much whatever I want. And honestly, like the more you're on track and the more you're focusing on exercise and eating clean and stuff like that, your cheat days aren't as exciting as you would think. You actually wake up feeling like crap. You don't feel good. You overate. The sugar is just too much. Um, and all the carbs and stuff like that. Especially like if you go for breads or anything like that, man, you're gonna throw your stomach for a loop, and you ain't gonna feel good. But other than that, I would say it's for me. What works really good is sticking with one meal plan and then eating it for up to like usually about a month, sometimes a week. But for the most part, like a month or two, I'll go straight like this. My last meal plan, I think I followed for like 3 weeks. And here's how I know when it's time to switch my meal plan. When I start venturing outside of my meal plan to find other things, that's when I know it's just time to switch the meal plan. I just getting bored with what I'm eating and stuff like that to move on. But for the most part, I don't need a huge variation or anything like that. But some people do. Some people need exciting foods and things like that. But I feel like it puts me in a bad situation as far as potentially eating bad, because I'm tasting what could be on the other side or whatever, and the grass is not always greener. So, that being said, I hope that gave you a basic understanding of kind of where you need to go. You're probably going to need to incorporate cheat days, or it could be like high protein days, even could trigger a response like dumping the leptin into your stomach and kind of jump starting your metabolism and your hormones as far as weight loss is concerned. But there's a lot of different avenues that you're going to have to take, especially if you got to lose 100 pounds, you guys. I recommend, if it's myself, obviously I would have no problem helping you. I offer like nutritional guidance is like $100 a month. That means I get you on a meal plan and I manipulate it as we go. Probably start you significantly higher on carbohydrates and then slowly trickle them down in order to be able to have room to work with. It's kind of like similar to what like bodybuilders do and stuff like that to quote lean out. They just remove carbohydrates and add in fats and stuff like that. But there's really a lot to it, and for $100 a month, like that's a cable bill, and you're losing steady weight, and you're doing really good. And kind of understanding how your body works is really important. And if you're wanting online personal training and online good nutritional guidance, it's $199 per month. And then there's no contract or anything. I just ask that you guys give me like 30 days in advance so I know when you're going to have an issue or stop or whatever, so we can cover each other's bases. There's a lot that goes into it. And then I do have like print and go meal plans, like that you could just print and go off on your own and stuff like that. I have 4-week, 8-week, and 16-week meal plans offered like that too. So it just depends on what you're looking for, and it can be low carb, high carb, bodybuilding, glycemic index, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, diabetic, low glycemic, high glycemic, gout. It could be, I have meal plans for pretty much any type of ailments out there. aging women. I have literally just everything you can imagine. So keep that in mind. You guys, be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water and stay on track and have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Bye.